As a matter of fact, and here to start the discussion on this possible looming shutdown is Tom DeLay. Tom is former Texas congressman, former House Majority Leader. He's author of the book Revival, Revolution, and Rebirth. Tom, great to see you. Always good to have you on, but nice to have you in the week with you today.
Well, thank you. It's a great ending of the week, that's for sure.
Tom, can you hear me? Are we having trouble getting Tom?
You,
I don't think I'm in Tom's ears, as a matter of fact. All right, so while we're y'all good. Okay, great, Tom. I was going to turn and talk to Jessica for a moment. Let's start with the budget and the possible shutdown of the government. I want to bring you in on the panel discussion about the March for Life, but let's begin with some less serious issues, if you will. Earlier today, the director of the Office of Management Budget, Mick Mulvaney, had this to say about the impending government shutdown. He said that this would be a Schumer shutdown, and he went on to characterize it saying they would not weaponize this shutdown in the way that prior administrations have done. I found that an interesting comment because he seems to want to mitigate it and modify it a little bit. Where do you come down on this whole discussion of a government shutdown and whether there should or shouldn't be one? You've been through this a couple of times yourself.
Yeah, I've been through a lot of shutdowns, to be honest with you, over 9 of them in my tenure as a leader in the House. So it's nothing new for me, but this has got to be the most embarrassing shutdown I've ever seen. I mean, first of all, the continuing resolution that's being offered and passed through the House, offered to the Senate, it contains everything the Democrats are for, and particularly the CHIP, the health insurance for children, and the Democrats have decided to take their stand so that they can offer amnesty to illegal immigrants. That is not the way to do these shutdowns. If you're going to shut down, you got to shut down over something that's important to everybody in the United States. And a lot of people are going to be upset if the Congress gives amnesty to illegal immigrants.
Yeah, well, as a matter of fact, that's exactly what it comes down to, and it has been put that way. Hence the Schumer shutdown moniker, a great piece of marketing. But it is remarkable, Tom, because the Democrats do seem prepared to shut the government down, setting a priority, as you have correctly stated, on people who are here illegally and unlawfully over folks who are here as citizens.
Well, not only that, but our military. I mean, this is really a crisis, because here we have the military fighting a war in Afghanistan, fighting the war against terrorists. We're facing North Korea right now, and we're playing around with the morale of our troops. They'll get their money, they'll get paid eventually. But the point is now their families are wondering, when are they going to get paid? When are they going to get their money? It just creates real problems. Not only that, but a lot of things that the military needs and wants to continue with and build over the long term will have to be put on the shelf until this is over. It's just not the way to govern, and it's not the Republicans' fault. It's the Democrats' fault. Once again, they're overreaching. And once again, they're trying to impose their leftist views on the rest of us in America.
Well, you know what? Let's move on to something more serious and more consequential. It's to do with the 45th March for Life today. We're going to bring in Janet Morano here in just a couple of minutes. She's executive director at a group called Priests for Life. But Tom, we'll start with a question to you. The House passed the Born Alive Abortion Survivors Act today. The bill requires healthcare workers to provide a specific level of care to babies born alive after an abortion attempt. And it will hold any healthcare provider at the scene criminally accountable if the baby is not taken care of. I know you are a strong supporter of this bill.
Well, I'm a supporter of the bill, but I've got to tell you, it's been 45 years that March for Life has been marching, and people have been marching to stop abortions. And over that 45 years, there's been 60 million babies killed in this country. And the National Right to Life says that their success is now that we've got abortions down to just 1 million a year. And what bill did they vote on yesterday? The Born Alive bill, which is an important bill, but it doesn't stop one abortion. What it says is, and by the way, it was passed and signed by George W. back in 2003. It says that if you, on your first attempt, you don't kill the baby, you better make sure you kill it on your first attempt, because you're going to have to save it if it's born alive. We want to save them if they're being born alive, but the point is that our political strategy for 45 years is just the wrong strategy. We had a heartbeat bill, which basically says that if you can hear the heartbeat of the child is protected. And that will eliminate 95% of the abortions in America, and yet the House of Representatives will not allow a vote on a bill that will save babies and save 1 million babies a year.